Waters World segment tonight. As you may know, the big conservative conference is underway. You have to know that because you just watched the beginning of the program near Washington in Maryland. So we sent Waters down there to sample where conservatives are at this very moment in history.
Is this your first CPAC?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm full of energy.
Is that a fact?
Who is the conservative that you admire the most?
I would have to say Nikki Haley. I think she paved the way for a lot of women, and I love watching her, the way she speaks, the way she carries herself.
I think for me, Ronald Reagan is like the epitome of conservatives. You know, I grew up in the 80s, and so he was the man back in the 80s.
I grew up in the 80s, too.
You're an 80s child.
Shall we play a game?
I'm going to say Ronald Reagan. He's one of the greatest presidents ever.
That would be between Ronald Reagan or Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher.
Think about it. You know, the left always portrays this war on women thing, and yet we have a conservative rock star who, like, came over here, loved America, and worked with us on things. So I think she's pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
Who is the conservative that you admire the most?
At the moment, I love Kellyanne Conway.
What comes to mind is Kellyanne Conway.
She's the woman who perfectly embodies how you should be a woman in power in politics today.
The conservative I admire the most who's living is President Donald Trump, who is really realigning the conservative movement. He's an outsider, he's not a legacy politician.
I love Dana Perino. So she's a strong woman, and I hope I get to be press secretary one day.
I have to put Jesse Waters, 2 T's, in that category among one of my most admired conservatives.
Well, thank you very much.
You're in good company.
Donald Trump still has trouble with some in the conservative precincts. Why do you think that is?
I think it's mostly pride and ego.
Oh, really?
I think with Donald Trump, the big issue is he really who he says he is? You know, the problem with Republicans, they campaign as conservatives, but when they get to Washington, they turn into liberals.
Who's in that jar?
Nothing, just water.
Conservatives, some of them, still have trouble with Donald Trump as president.
I think because Donald Trump himself isn't necessarily a conservative, but I think he deserves a lot of credit for putting a lot of conservatives around him.
I think that some conservatives are afraid to see the party progress into something new.
Oh, so that's it.
From the beginning, he was never actually a conservative, in my opinion. I don't think he is the standard bearer of the conservative movement. I am hopeful.
I love Bill O'Reilly.
Is he a conservative?
I mean, I don't...
You always ask so many questions.
I think he does a good job of balancing it, but I would say he's definitely more to the right.
Really?
Bill O'Reilly is not only a conservative, he is a deplorable conservative.
I love going on Bill's show, so I'm going to say he's a conservative.
You're just saying that so he keeps booking you.
Oh, yeah, why not?
It's the #1 show on TV.
I think he is. He's old school.
Are you calling Bill old?
No, I'm just calling him old school.
I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed by him.
Do you know whose world it is?
Waters World.
Correct.
Oh, it's always Waters' world.
I'm Waters, and this is my world.
Can you be in my world?
I'm giving you and your friends 1 minute to get off this ranch.
All right, Waters joins us from Maryland. How do you get to the conference? I mean, can anybody go? Is there a ticket that you can buy? And how do you get in there?
Yeah, you register. It's not a lot of money. Media can get in for free, but other people have to pay a small bill. Or if you're a big shot, you can sponsor tables and throw around 10, 20 grand. But it's a lot of college students and a lot of talk radio show hosts and activists, and then guys like me that just go to stir up trouble.
Yeah. So you go to their website, because I think, you know, some of our viewers might want to go there maybe next year or something like that. You go to their website.
Yep.
And you can register, you pay a fee, and then they send you tickets. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, you get a ticket, and now they have a hotel right next door where there's gambling, because it's right across the river in Maryland, and there's a lot of great restaurants. It's kind of like the spring break for conservative college kids.
The figures you would find a casino and the restaurants and what is it?
I don't gamble.
Yeah, I know.
I don't gamble.
Yeah, you're gambling with your reputation every time you come on this program.
That's true.
All right, Waters, we will see you on Saturday night, 8 o'clock for it, whatever it is you do at that hour.
Thank you very much.
And a quick reminder, if you'd like to see Waters, Miller, and me live, be in Omaha and Tacoma, Washington at the end of March, last weekend of March. Check it all out on BillO'Reilly.com.